The more that you read, the more things that you know. The more that you learn, the more places you'll go. Many of us have grown up with Dr. Seuss books like Horton Hears the Who or Green Eggs and Ham. But there is more to these children's books. What if there was something deeper behind the little Who's from Whoville? What if there was something more behind the Jungle of Newell or Sam I Am? Dr. Seuss has become an icon, loved and admired for his cherished children's books, like The Cat in the Hat. But there is more to these innocent children's stories. The hidden social and political issues that Seuss wove into his books perhaps offers a keen insight into why he is still revered today as one of the greatest authors and artists of the 20th century. To begin, let's take a look into the life of the author himself, the man behind the hat. This is the story of Theodore Seuss Geisel, yes, pronounced Seuss and not Seuss. Born in Springfield, Massachusetts, 1904, he is German by descent. This is a picture of him with his father. And this is a photograph of his childhood home, located less than a block away from a little place called Mulberry Street, made famous in his very first children's book, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. But Ted Seuss were the places he went. After school, he moved to Oxford to please his father, who wanted him to become a professor. Ted went through years of studies before deciding that the academic life was simply not for him. It was actually his classmate friend, Helen Palmer, who convinced him to follow his own dreams. She took one look at his drawings and told him he was a true artist. Helen became Ted's closest companion, and also his wife. Following her advice, he left school to pursue the career of a cartoonist. But when he left Oxford, he decided to add the title Doctor to his name. He thought he'd been through enough school to just take it anyway, and thus the name Dr. Seuss came to be. After Helen and Ted were married, he began to work in advertising, building up quite a reputation as a cartoonist. But when he began to work on writing children's books, he found that finding a publisher was no simple task. His stories contained odd creatures from his imagination, like the long-necked Whistleworth or the green-striped Calamadette. After being rejected by 30 publishers, he was giving up. In fact, he was on the way to throw away his only manuscript when he happened to run into an old childhood friend, Mike McClintock, who had just been hired as editor. And that very same day, they signed the contract for his first book, and to think that I saw it on Mulberry Street. Unfortunately, however, it was just about this time that the political scene was getting heated. When the Nazis took Paris in the early 40s, Seuss believed America should be aware of the situation and to start preparing for the war. With his pen as his weapon, Dr. Seuss went to war. He left his career to work full-time as a political cartoonist over the course of a year. He had a particular sensitivity to political injustice on the home front, and this came from dark childhood memories. As a boy, kids in his grade school would chase him around carrying bats and crying, "Kill the Kaiser!" It's no surprise that a child made fun of for his German ethnicity would grow up to make cartoons that showed the importance of being aware of political issues of the day. And after the war, he applied his political beliefs to his books as well. In the role of politics, Seuss was on the loose. So here are some of those hidden political messages. The information that we are about to see comes from the book Dr. Seuss Goes to War by Dr. Richard Lanier, and also from the book Dr. Seuss and Mr. Geisel by Judith and Neil Horton. Horton Hears the Who happens to be my personal favorite Dr. Seuss book, mostly because as a kid, I love to see my last name on the cover of a book. On the surface, this is a sweet story about an elephant who finds the little Who's from Whoville resting upon a clover. But the truth about this book is that it addresses the inherent ethical issues of isolationism. Or, in other words, it was a way for Seuss to speak out against the American occupation of Japan after Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In an interview, Seuss reflected back on the original concept behind the book, and he said, "I had the idea when I was there in Japan. The people of Japan were just emerging, voting for the very first time. And the theme seemed obvious. A person's a person, no matter how small." The most iconic Dr. Seuss book would have to be The Cat in the Hat. Seuss was actually challenged to write this book using only a list of beginner reader words like hat, bat, fish, and dish. But the truth about this story is that it shows the importance of recognizing born leadership. The children in the book learn to maintain their independence even when others like Thing 1 or Thing 2 are trying to take control. It also shows the importance of self-government, to maintain your independence, even when there is improper leadership. The next book is Yertle the Turtle, which is about the self-proclaimed king of the pond. Yertle makes his followers stack up on their backs so he can have a tall enough throne to reach the moon. This story was written directly about Adolf Hitler and the dangers of a dictatorship. In the actual story, the poor turtles begin to complain, "I know up on top you are seeing great sights, but down here on the bottom we too should have rights." Seuss himself acknowledged the actual meaning behind this book when he said, in 1987, Yertle was Hitler. Originally he had a mustache, but I decided to take it off. This next book, Green Eggs in Hand, is about more than simply just different kinds of food, but it is about color. Published in the same year that President Eisenhower signed the Civil Rights Act of 1960, this book is about how the fear of the unknown hinders the development of informed opinions. In other words, it's about how racism is bad. When Sam I Am is encouraging his friend to try different colored food, Seuss was really encouraging his readers to be open-minded about things like integrated churches and schools. As you can see, the bigger picture behind all of these books runs true to a patriotic meaning. Everything that Seuss wrote had a deeper meaning. Children all across the world loved Dr. Seuss's books. His stories were bright, imaginative, and fun. But sadly, however, the very same year that he published his first story, they found out his wife could not bear children of her own. There were no kids sitting in the window in the Seuss house. To silence friends who bragged about their own kids, Seuss had to talk about his imaginary daughter, Chrysanthemum Pearl, as well as her fictional brothers and sisters, Wickersham, Wally, Miggles, Boo-Boo, and Stud. One year, he and his wife invited half a dozen neighborhood kids to pose in their Christmas card picture as their children. And the card read, "All of us over at our house wish you over at your house a very Merry Christmas." And it was signed Helen and Ted Geisel and the Kings. He wrote his books for the children that he could never have. Dr. Seuss has truly impacted millions of lives, including my own. I learned to read at the age of 2 by memorizing his whimsical stories. T. Theodore Seuss Geisel, the man behind the hat, revolutionized children's literature. E. Even though he was never able to be a father, he dedicated his entire life to writing books for children, and in a way, he was a father figure to millions. D. Dreams did come true for little Ted from Springfield, Massachusetts. All that he wanted to do was to impact the world through his art, and he did just that. And nothing would stop him from writing and drawing about what he believed in, even during the war. H. History has been forever changed by this man and his imagination and creativity. And finally, E. Everything he wrote had a rhyme and a reason. It is my hope that next time you read a Dr. Seuss book, that you will remember there was more to this man, and more to these books that are so often viewed only at surface level. So thank you for hearing what this Horton had to say. I hope you enjoyed the Seuss speech today. My time is up now. I really must go, but I hope you remember all that you now know.